Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Eagles and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night.
It is a lovely night here in the Midwest, and the roof is open, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 38, Wentz. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overran. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Let's go.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the... Interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Let's go.
Now Wentz. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw on target to Godwin here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Into the red zone. Wentz hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley-Cox. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Now he'll escape to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all they needed. First down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just a yard to go here on second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here's Rodgers to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Wentz on third down. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 26. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Once again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Colts coming out now. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mike 50, Mike 81, 81. No.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wentz. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. On play action, Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Man, I got you. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you, boy. I'm coming after you.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Toward the pylon, caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 99 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find some.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Throwing is Hurts. Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
Watch the pass.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Back now in Indianapolis. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. It's a second down run with Sanders. And some space here. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 49 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his third touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. To throw is Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Rip right. 50's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike's 50. Here we go, D. All day.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On third down, here's Taylor.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Still going past the 30. Shreds him with a stiff up. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation. And now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Rodgers on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Colts getting ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On play action, it's Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And here's Rodgers to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They fake the give. Now Wentz. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Open man has got one. It's complete. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 29, Wentz.
To the sideline and finding his man, it's Campbell.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Stop your whine. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You don't know no better. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 50's the
Again, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second and goal, Wentz. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.